Hello, everybody. Welcome to TUI Digital. As always, we are back with our show. This time, we are looking ahead to the Indian Premier League 2025 season, which gets underway tomorrow. And we have two very special gentlemen joining us on the show today. And we have Dwaipan Datta joining us from Chennai. Welcome to the chat, Dwaipan. And we have got Nitin Naik, who joins us from Mumbai.
Hi
And
Chandresh, hi Dwight.
Hi, hi, hi. So we have the big India festival starting tomorrow. Dwepen, what are you most looking forward to?
Lots. Like it's basically I'm looking forward to evening entertainment. Like it's been what wo- more than a week of nothing happening in the evening. So yeah, the that is the main thing. Every day, the cricket of every day runs and whatever it is. There's a lot of excitement which comes with the IPL. It's fun. It's fun. It's being like covering it, following it. I quite enjoy these 2 months of this everyday action and some a few new names coming up. Uh, yeah, and it's going and a lot of new things happen, like so much innovation, so much like it's crazy couple of months. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the craziness of it one more
Nitin,
time.
Dwepen makes an interesting point. Every year during the IPL, I get a feeling that every day a new player is added to the list of players who should have been playing for India in either one day or test or T20. Do you also get the same feeling every year?
Yeah, I mean everybody becomes a selector, right? From your milkman to the person who irons your clothes to the person who maybe drives you to office or wherever, and the person who comes to your home to do your daily chores. And everyone has an opinion on अरे यार ये तो बहुत अच्छा खेल रहा है इसको क्यों नहीं लेते टीम में. So everyone becomes a super selector. So that is something that the IPL always throws up. And as Dwaipan said, that it shows it's again a chance to show the depth of India's talent. I mean, last year as we saw Ashutosh and Shashank Singh from Punjab Kings. I mean, I never seen two guys engineer heists like this for their teams. So I hope that there are a few more people who challenge the current. Although I think India has an excellent T20 team right now, but I do hope that come next year, uh, the T20 World Cup time, I hope that this IPL, because this is the last IPL before the T20 World Cup, and I hope that this serves as a worthy audition for that tournament.
So Dwepen, there are a few spots that are up for grabs. Especially, is the wicketkeeper slot in the T20 side up for grabs in your view? Because Sanju has done nothing wrong in the wicketkeeper slot.
Sanju has done nothing wrong. That is true, but there is a sometimes there is a problem with Sanju is that Sanju has this tendency of failing in the most crucial games. Like and even in IPLs we have seen like he starts off very well and then he kind of tapers off as the tournament goes forward. He kind of tapers off. That is a problem that has kind of bothered him and his team in the past. So that's an area that we can that may worry him. And I think as far as KL Rahul is concerned, I don't think KL Rahul features in that list of in the T20 scheme of things. So the obvious second man who for whom this IPL is very very big is Rishabh Pant. So he did not get a chance in the 50 over version, but he is explosive. And the one good thing about Rishabh Pant is that Rishabh Pant gets runs when it's more important, like in the crunch, in the crucial games. We remembered those runs that he has, like that he has done for India. So uh, if he can do that, if he is the captain of a new team. If he can take his team forward, take the team to the last four, then yeah, you never know. The Sanju Samson spot, I don't think is an open and shut case.
What about some of the other claimants, Nitin, in the for the wicketkeeper slot? People like Jitesh Sharma, Ishan Kishan. Uh, is there any other name that I can think of? who have done reasonably in the opportunities that they have got for themselves. Do you think this IPL is very important for those guys as well?
Ishan Kishan, yes, I think because he's been off the radar for a very very long time. Uh, Rather unfairly, I thought, after getting that great double hundred at Chittagong, I thought, he hasn't really been given a fair run. Uh, I think he's playing for an excellent franchise and an excellent captain in Pat Cummins, and I think that Opal wicket will really really suit his style. And because both Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma play such a high risk game, yes, the Sunrisers Hyderabad might have three left-handers following each other back to back, but then because these two guys play such high risk game, he may get a chance to come in very early and show what he is worth. And I really hope that it's Ishan Kishan who has an excellent, and Jitesh again, he's going to be playing for RCB at Chinnaswamy. Uh, I hope that he gets a number where he gets at least around 20-25 balls to play. What was happening with, I think, Punjab was, I don't think he got enough deliveries to face, and there is such a logjam at the top for India at the moment that either he'll have to carve out a niche where maybe he becomes an excellent 10 ball batsman, where he gets 25 or a 30 consistently, uh, or he gets a number, which I find very very difficult right now because Virat, Rajat will all follow each other. So um, uh, he should like batting at the Chinnaswamy, but I hope that there is a fixed slot for him and he's not pushed up and down regularly.
Interesting. There's one question constantly being asked by Arvind Athreyas. He wants to know when is KL Rahul joining the camp? Any update at all, gentlemen, about KL Rahul?
I think the first child is on its way. The date I think is very very close, so I think he's asked the franchise, I think, for a couple of days off. I don't think we have seen him at practice and whatever social media postings that the franchise has done. We have not seen KL Rahul being a part of that. So, and I think that is why also I think he refused, because he knew, I think, he will not be a part of the initial games. That is also, I think, the reason that he did not accept the role of captain of the Capitals. I think when they signed up for KL Rahul, I think they wanted him to be captain, but I think it's a wise call for all. If you're a KL Rahul fan, I think you should be happy that he's not leading.
Dwaipan, looking at uh, I'm just going by the slots available in India's T20 squad from the point of view of the IPL. Looking at the openers slot, Sanju opens with Abhishek Sharma. You've got Jaiswal on the sidelines. Is that your T20 opening lineup for the Asia Cup first and then the T20 World Cup?
Mm, For the Asia Cup, I think this IPL will be very important. Like, as Abhishek Sharma did very well, I agree he did very well, but when it comes to class and quality, Jaiswal is a notch above. He's a he's a player of a different caliber. So I think in an IPL where there are so many games, if Jaiswal shows that he can be slightly more consistent than Abhishek Sharma, then we will have to think whether Abhishek Sharma stays on as the opener. Like, I think it's all very fluid. Like, the players who played in the South Africa series, like barring a few, maybe Surya, etc. Like, barring a few, I do not think like all the slots are closed as yet. Like, uh, neither Sanju nor Abhishek Sharma is great, but how can you keep a Gill or a Yashasvi Jaiswal out if they have such brilliant IPLs? I remember Shubman Gill a couple of seasons back, the IPL that he had. Like, we were just talking that this is the T20 player that we were all talking about, and suddenly now,
Just a
yeah.
point on Gill. if, and I'm playing devil's advocate here, if Gill was so good a T20 player, why was he never in a contention? Why was he never in contention for 22, 21, 24 T20 World Cups? He never came close to the World Cup squad.
No,
He was
but
played in the one day format, but not in the T20 format. Could it be because his aggressive style is still not uh, there when it comes to T20 international cricket? Plus, he doesn't bowl. Abhishek Sharma also can bowl a bit of left arm spin.
no, but I think that 2023, the like he
No, I'm not
was
talking
the
about ODI. I'm not talking about the
20. No,
ODI.
I'm talking about IPL only. Like he was,
No, no, I'm talking
uh,
about T20's World Cup squad.
T20
He
World
came
Cup
nowhere
squad.
close. He came nowhere close to being in the 15 in any of the three previous T20 World Cups that he's been around.
During the West Indies tour, he was close. He traveled with the team and then he
But,
was let go. He
huh,
was
but he was
from
not in the
English.
15. But he was
He
not
was
in the
not in the
15.
15. He was
Huh.
not in the 15. At that point of time, Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma were still part of the T20 setup. So the logjam was even more. So, but when it comes to players like Abhishek Sharma, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Shubman Gill, uh, Sanju Samson, these are not open and shut cases. Like you cannot drop a Rohit Sharma or a Virat Kohli if they are in the team. But here the situation is a little different. So I think this IPL will be very important for all of them. Like if Gill and Jaiswal have great IPLs, then it may very well happen that they go up the pecking order.
Is it fair for India to have go back to a situation where you have players with just one skill in the T20 setup? Like Gill has never been a regular in the T20 squad. Ruturaj Gaikwad again only one skill, batting and then forgotten. Can you afford to have so many one-skilled players in a T20 lineup?
I don't think so, because and also I don't think they're all out and out power players. Also, I think what happens, why India have done very well in T20 cricket in the Surya regime, is because I think a lot of these batters have a lot of power. Abhishek, Sanju, Tilak Verma, Surya himself, Hardik Pandya, all these guys bat at a strike rate of 160, 170 plus almost immediately as soon as they come into bat. And I think that is where I think people like Rutu and Gill may find it a struggle to break into this setup. I think because this team and this management wants to play a high risk, high reward kind brand of cricket in T20s, and unless these guys develop that power to bat at that strike rate consistently, then I think it will be a struggle. Unless you have a game like we had against England in Chennai, where Tilak Verma won them that game on a slightly tricky surface, where the top order kind of floundered and then he shepherded the tail very well. I think that's a skill as well. But I doubt it if in the T20 World Cup India will be playing on too many surfaces like that. I think there will be a lot of wickets will be extremely flat. Um, so that's where I think the struggle is for people like Shubman Gill and Ruturaj Gaikwad. And as you rightly pointed out, they don't bowl, and also Jaiswal also does not bowl. So fitting and now this regime is so comfortable with having multiple bowling options, even guys who can bowl one over or two.
Last year, Surya won
Then
a series in Sri Lanka with his bowling.
with his bowling, yeah. So I doubt it if they'll be looking at players like these unless, as Vaipan beautifully put it, unless they have breakthrough IPL seasons of 900 runs, 800 runs plus, and there is a sudden loss of form of Sanju and Abhishek or an injury.
Dwaipan, now coming to the innovations in this year's IPL, some very interesting innovations, especially the use of a second ball in the chasing innings, or for want of a better word, for I don't like using second innings because it's not a test match. How do you see that particular innovation, just in case there is due?
Yes, I think it's a good idea, and there was a bit of a confusion yesterday whether it's a second new ball. It's not a new ball. It will most probably be a 10 over old ball which they will use. It will not necessarily be a new ball, like uh, because it cannot happen that in a match one team gets to use two new balls and the other team bowls with only one ball. So it will be a most probably a 10 over old ball or 11 over old ball, whatever that is. Like they have made it a cutoff of like when the ball can be changed and all that. So yes, in IPL, this wet ball becomes a major issue. And in fact, last year's that, if you remember, the Chennai Super Kings versus RCB game, Dhoni hit Yash Dal for a six. The ball was wet. The ball went out of the ground. They could not retrieve that ball. They had then Yash Dal got a dry ball in the 19.2 or 19.3 at that point, and he got Dhoni out because there was more bounce. The CSK guys told me that, like, just because they lost the ball, that's why we are not in the playoffs. So it makes that much of a difference. So it is important, I think, because this dew is a major factor in India around this time in some of the venues. If now that there will be definitely two balls, if there is dew, it makes the toss a little less important, which is very important in T20 cricket.
And then one more thing that they're going to try out this year is no bans for the captains if there's slow over rate. So you can be as slow as possible with your over rate, which means that you
So,
have to wait longer for your pages to be done.
yeah, so and that means getting keep on taking the bamboos from our seniors, saying page bhejo, and we can't do anything, and more first innings reports being carried across it. I think it's quite ridiculous what they have done, and I in fact would advocate a run penalty, Chandresh.
I agree with
Every
you.
over shot,
Yeah.
every over shot, there should be a 10-run penalty. I think unless that
Or
happens
or you have
it's not
the
going to end.
or you have the rule that you had in the 99 World Cup where you get to face only that many overs that you bowled within the
Overs.
stipulated time. Yeah, you remember that India
Yeah,
Zimbabwe game?
yeah, yeah. In India, Zimbabwe, even that India Australia ICC knockout match in Kenya, I think
Yeah.
Australia got to face only 48 overs in that game because they bowled their overs very slowly. So
Yeah.
unless something as stringent as such as this is introduced, I don't think fines really matter because it's the franchise who pays all the fines, and the players really don't get affected. Uh, Also, with these innovations, I wonder why it has to come 2 days before a league has is to start. Why couldn't it have been done or
And they have still
proposed?
not
uh,
and they have still not announced it officially.
yeah, and they've still not announced it officially. So I
The
mean
teams know, but we don't know.
it is so strange. I mean, it is so vague that it is announced. So supposing if you have built a team like a CSK based on your spin strategy, uh, so you get to bowl with a drier ball in at Chepauk. Obviously, in Chepauk, sometimes the dew mostly doesn't come, but so you get the advantage of bowling longer with a drier ball, which hurts the rival team. So I mean, if at all, I know these are all done in good faith, but I hope that things are not done in such a haphazard manner. And I would have, in fact, appreciated a bit more, creative thinking in terms of innovation in rules, like maybe introducing a bonus point system for teams that win by maybe a margin of 20 runs or 20 balls. Then they get an extra point. Or maybe if a team has wins an away game, they get an extra point. So that keeps the teams who are languishing at the bottom of the table, that keeps them also interested and gives them hope of maybe qualifying for the playoffs.
That's an interesting one. That's an interesting one. Weapon. Then there is also this return of the saliva. Are you excited about that?
As in, it's good that the saliva is back. Yeah, it's because bowlers need a little bit of help. Like if the saliva was stopped because of one reason, that reason has gone out of the window. At least it is not relevant at this point. So why not get it back? Like, and the bowlers need a bit of cover. Like, and if the saliva helps them keep the ball shining, so why not? Why not give them back that little bit of leeway? So I'm happy that it's back. Yeah.
And Nitin, you also have the DRS being allowed to use for wides. That will further slow down the game if the teams so desire.
I think sometimes I think these rules I think are proposed by the sponsors who advertise on that big screen, so that they get a little bit more mileage out of I don't understand why do you need DRS for wides on the in terms of the stump wides, the wicket wides. There's already a guideline there. So and you have situations where if the batsman moves, then automatically the stumps also move and wides are not given. Unless, yeah, the height wides sometimes you need, because you can't really judge at that speed whether the ball has the batsman has met the ball above his waist or whatever. But I don't think that DRS calls are really needed for wide balls, straight down the wicket. I think it's just another tactic to slow down the game, another tactic maybe to get in a few more commercials.
Interesting. So the tournament starts off tomorrow. It's in Dwaipan's hometown, Kolkata, though he's no longer in Kolkata. And it's a bit of a reversal of a situation where we had in 2008. The tournament, the IPL as a whole started in 2008 with a game between Kolkata Knight Riders and Royal Challengers Bangalore, but that was in Bangalore at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. Tomorrow, the tournament in 2025 starts with the game between Kolkata and Bengaluru, but this tournament will start off at the Eden Gardens. But we have a problem. It might be up for some break because rain threat is there. It rained today as well. Dwaipan is the local boy. So, Dwaipan, do you foresee rain playing spoil sport here?
There could be. I was looking at the forecast also, and like so what happens is that there is a I'm no rain expert, but there is a depression which has developed, and it is going to continue through the weekend. So there is a possibility of rain, and there is a chance that it can be turned into a curtailed game, because around 7 8 around that time there is rain predicted. So it is not an ideal situation, because when T20 game starts getting carteled, it's like becomes at times becomes slightly ridiculous. Like it, like 6 over 8 over games, it's almost like you are forcing a winner. Somehow that, and that probably should not happen to uh, the opening match of the IPL, but there is a chance, there is a possibility. This South Bengal weather can be dicey at times, and this depression, generally these nor'westers used to happen on one day and go away. These days, in this climate change and all, there is a depression that has developed, and it has stayed through the week.
Nitin, it's not just about the raid. We also have a very power-packed opening ceremony in line for the start of the tournament tomorrow. We have an article on TOI.com, timesofindia.com, where we've got quite interesting performers, including Disha Patani and Shreya Ghoshal and Karan Aujla performing. And I read somewhere that even Shah Rukh Khan might be performing tomorrow before the start of the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, IPL has always been about glamour and Bollywood, and it's a marriage of Bollywood and cricket and entertainment. So, yeah, I mean, as long as the game starts on time, and we in the end remember that it's still a cricket tournament, that we're talking about. I think that should be taken care of first, and I hope that it does not delay proceedings, and I hope that um, we see at least a 15 to 16 over game tomorrow. Otherwise, it'll be a damn squib. I mean, stars on both sides: Virat Kohli, uh, Andre Russell, Sunil Narayan. Former opening partners at KKR, now maybe uh, might be facing each other in Sunil Narine and Phil Salt. So I think it will be an interesting game if it happens. I just hope that the weather allows at least some kind of game to happen.
Interesting, interesting. The weapon, your top four picks right at the start of the tournament. If you were told to make your pick for the top four teams who will make it to the playoffs, who will they be? Looking at the teams.
See, I was just thinking like, uh, see, most teams have very power packed batting lineups. Like, most of the teams have got power batters. It's going to be I just feel like the teams with the best bowling attacks may just make it may just tilt the balance. So in a in scenario like that, I think the KKR bowling attack is very good. It is very good, like, for all conditions. Then Mumbai Indians, if they have their top 5 bowlers fit, for top 5 6 bowlers fit, then that is again a very good side. CSK in their at their home will be very difficult to beat because of the quality of the spin attack that they have. Uh, and maybe SRH, like SRH is a combination of power and dynamism and new age T20 cricket. But I'll tell you, Chandresh, this time I think the difference between teams is very less, and unless the tournament goes forward, it will be difficult to call, because we don't know how these teams are going to shape up. But maybe at the beginning, my top four, I'm just guessing KKR, Mumbai, Chennai, and Hyderabad.
Yes, the teams are evenly matched, and Nitin, players are getting injured and dropping out as well. We also have the latest injury dropout in Mohsin Khan, and he's being replaced by Shardul Thakur. Another story which our colleague Sahil Malhotra has written about on timesofindia.com. I'm just wondering, the BCCI was very strict on Harry Brook for reneging on his IPL contract. Shardul had signed up with, I think, Essex to play county cricket.
Yeah.
What happens? Should ECB do the same thing with Shardul now?
Yeah, I mean, it's just another way of arm twisting, I think, in this whole game of power and this hubris of so much wealth in their kitty. I think sometimes they have uh, they have ignored the human element somewhere. I feel. I think that the 2 year ban, I think, is completely unnecessary.
Again,
Um,
not officially conveyed.
yeah, a player pulls out, he pulls out. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. And I think what also rather strangely, the Delhi Capitals haven't even named a replacement for Harry Brook. I don't know if they have in the last 15-20 minutes that we have been talking to each other, but I did not see any replacement by the Delhi Capitals for Harry Brook. So maybe it's a silent uh, uh, taunt to him, that okay, even if you don't want to come, to hell with you, we'll play without your replacement. But I mean, this is just a needless one-upmanship being done. uh, Indian cricketers have benefited a lot from county stints. You had Ishant Sharma benefiting from advice from Jason Gillespie, Zahir Khan benefiting immensely from a stint with Worcester, and Shardul Thakur also, if he has to make that flight to England, I thought that he would benefit more by playing for Essex than playing for LSG and bowling 4 overs. I would rather have a fit and firing Shardul Thakur when India play the 5 tests against England, because you need bowling backup, especially if Bumrah is still not very fit.
Interesting. Nitin, your top four picks for the
My
playoffs.
top four picks would be Mumbai Indians, Punjab Kings, Sunrisers Hyderabad, and Gujarat Titans.
Interesting, interesting. So both our panelists have made their picks. Dwaipen still not very clear. He'll probably wait and watch as the tournament plays along. We'll have a lot more
No, but
discussions as the
I
tournament.
think, like, I think KKR should make the top four. That kind of variety in the attack, I is like.
I
Varun
just feel
Chakravarti. Uh,
why I did not Dwaipan, why I did not name KKR. I thought was because one is the whole support staff almost going away and the captain going away. They were such an integral part of last year's victory. I just think that might slightly affect them a bit.
Possibly, possibly. But I think for
Possibly.
Japan, this is going to be a tough year once again to see his
Yes.
Janmbhoomi versus Karambhoomi. Uh, Yellow versus purple and gold. We'll see how that pans out. We'll have a discussion about a lot more of the slots because as the season goes along, we'll see a lot more of the contenders for the T20 slots in the Indian bowling lineup and also the batting lineup. And we'll discuss a lot more about that. For now, we are just looking forward to 24 hours from now when we'll have the start of IPL 2025 and we'll have lots of discussions around that as the over the next 2 months. It's going to be a long tournament. Gentlemen, Dwepan, Nitin, thanks a lot for joining us today with the
Thank you.
promise that you are going to hand over at least one ticket for every match that is played in your city that you're playing for the people who are watching for us. And Nitin has already promised that on his social media post I just saw. So everybody, Nitin is the man to contact, and Dwepan for all the matches in Chennai and Kolkata. Dwepan has wide influence across two cities. So these two people,
Yes.
you are the people to watch out for. Thanks a lot, gentlemen. We'll be back again
Thank you.
Thank you.
tomorrow and as the tournament goes along. Please request to everybody like us, share us, subscribe us on whatever platform you're watching us, especially on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, and do not forget to press the notification bell. Until next time, take good care of yourself. Goodbye.